I received a few comments from this person thinking maybe my twin Ray is the one that I'm meant to be with. And she said, wow, sounds like Romeo and Juliet. Thank you for your comments. But this person also said maybe he came in your life because your twin flame will not choose you for this life and this man will. So I do have some things to say about that and why twin rays come into our lives and just some other things. So I personally feel, and this is what a lot of people feel, right? Once you meet your twin flame, they say anyway, you are destined to be with your twin flame. You are meant to be in union. However, it is 50% free will, but it is also 50% divine intervention. Honestly, we never really know. And I have had visions, I've had dreams of being in union with him, with my twin flame. I feel like my twin ray, and even when I asked my guides in Akashics, I asked why he came into my life. And they said that he was actually preparing me for union with my twin flame. And I can see that because he gave me a love that I've never received before. Both of us gave each other a love that neither of us have ever received before. And it freaked us out. It scared us. And it was funny because I was actually laughing a little while ago, like full-blown laugh attack, thinking of something that he said the first time we were intimate. And it was, it sounds really messed up. I can't remember how he said it word for word, but it was something along the lines, and I could just see the fear in his eyes. Like, he's like, I hope you don't think like, you know, that I want anything serious after this. Like, it sounds really messed up. It's not how he said it. I just can't remember. It was something along those lines. And I could just see the fear in his eyes. And I'm looking at him like, damn, boy, you're falling hard. Like, you can't lie to a spiritual woman, right? Because we are so intuitive. We can feel that fear. And then we talked about it later, and he took it back. And, you know, this is what happens, right? To people who are unhealed, to people that have trauma and have abandonment wounds, and you're fearful avoidant, you're going to get scared by love that is so, so strong. And, you know, neither of us have had a healthy dynamic before. It's always been like toxic, chaotic relationships. But I truly believe that he came into my life for us to receive divine love, for us to experience divine love, for us to grow, for us to heal. This was like the first dynamic where I was so vulnerable with my feelings. I had never been that open. I was so authentic, so open about literally everything. I even told him about my twin flame the first day because I was getting signs about my twin flame, and I was like, okay, I gotta tell you something. This is a lot. He taught me to set boundaries as well. I had never set boundaries in previous relationships. So when I felt he was pulling away, when I felt things were off, I used to be so scared to speak my truth in the past. And in this dynamic, I was like, no, like, this is not okay. I'm not going to put your needs above mine. Although I understand why you're pulling away and you're stressed and you're busy and da-da-da-da. But I also have to take care of my needs. And it's not that hard to text somebody, right? It's not that hard for XYZ. I feel like this was preparation for what I really, really want in a dynamic. Whether it's my twin flame, whether it's my twin ray, whether it's another divine counterpart or someone, right? But I don't feel that it's up to them to choose. I feel it is up to God to choose. And also up to me. Because at the end of it all, like, I'm not gonna sit here and wait around for someone. If someone doesn't choose me, I'm not going to wait around for that person. I'm not going to hope and, hope he's healing his traumas. No, because that is putting their needs above my own. I'm not going to chase the person. I'm not going to wait around hoping that he will come back to me. What I'm going to do, and what I advise everyone to do on this journey, whether you meet your twin flame, your twin ray, a soulmate, or anyone for that matter, you do not wait around for someone to focus on themselves, to work on themselves, hoping that they finally heal their abandonment wounds and their traumas and the neglect that they had as children from their caregiver, right? That is not up to us. We as divine feminines, we have so much empathy, and we are spiritual healers, and we see the potential in them. We know how wonderful they are. We know that these are wonderful men that have unhealed traumas, But it is not up to us to wait around and fix them. We are not meant to do that. We are meant to be of love and show them love. But if they're not willing to reciprocate that love, then we have to let them go. We're not meant to take them under our wing. We're meant to let them go and figure it out for themselves, just as children do, right? We send them off to school and they go and learn. If someone truly loves you and is working on themselves and really wants to be the best version of themselves for you, they will go and work on themselves. And I know that twin rays and twin flames, they get triggered and they will do that. They will go work on themselves. But we do not sit around and wait for them to do that. We, in the meantime, we focus on whatever is coming up within us. If we have abandonment wounds, if we are getting triggered, if we are not focusing on ourselves, that is what we work on. Right now, I'm focused on my mission. Right now, I'm focused on my purpose. I do not feel like putting myself out there. It's not because I'm afraid of love. It's not because I'm afraid of being in love. It's just I know that I do not need distractions. Now, if God chooses to bring someone into my life, then I know it'll happen. It will happen on God's watch, on God's timing. But I'm not here to waste time and wait around for someone to come back. I'm simply surrendering. And I feel that this is what so many women need to start doing. We have to stop waiting around for someone to come back to choose us. We have to stop chasing these men. We have to stop allowing the breadcrumbs and the bare minimum. It is not that hard to text somebody and say, hey, I'm busy, but I don't feel like talking, but I wish you a good night, right? It takes 2.5 to 5 seconds to send someone a text. And if a man can't do that for you, he is not for you. We do not sit around and wonder and ruminate in our minds about someone that cannot give you the bare minimum. Simple as that. And I know it is so hard, ladies. It is so hard because you see the potential in these men. You see how loving they are, especially in the first few weeks because they're love bombing you. But if they're not consistent with you, if they are not giving you their all, if they don't want to give you their time and effort, they simply do not want to give you their time and effort. And a lot of times it's because our love is so big and they are not equipped to handle that love. And a lot of times, unfortunately, these men will go to weaker women that don't know how to set boundaries, that don't give them that divine love because they don't feel worthy of what we offer them. So they go to something less. It is the sad truth, but it is the truth. But we do not lower our standards for these men just because it is a soul connection. You have to put your needs above all. You have to put your needs above any man, no matter how good the sex is, no matter how good the divine connection is, the soul connection is, and how many things you have in common. It is so hard because we think, well, how am I going to find someone else like that? God will give you that person. But if you keep ruminating and fixating on that other person, God's going to be like, well, you're still not ready yet because you're still fixated on this person. As soon as you detach and let go of that person and say, you know what, I deserve better, God will bring that person into your life. That is when you're ready. But do not settle for breadcrumbs and wait for someone to fix themselves for you and come back. Focus on you. Focus on loving yourselves. That is the most important thing you can do. I hope it helps. God bless.